Software update ready to install P2.9.
What's up, everybody? Jenks here with Queers and Steers. This is perfect timing. I was on the forums last night and everyone started saying that P2.9 was rolling out in the United States. It usually comes out in Europe first and then hits us overseas in the US. And so I got in my car last night to check. It wasn't available. I just drove around for maybe 30 minutes. I just drove to the gym where I am currently parked. And as I was literally reading the release notes, I was going to record some footage of my interface on 2.7 currently. I saw the little cloud pop up, so here we are recording.
P2.9 is a pretty exciting update. I'll check the release notes here. So 2.9 has the YouTube app available. Currently, you can stream through the Vivaldi browser. It's a little finicky. If you want to watch videos, you can just go to youtube.com and do it that way. So I'm really excited for a native app. The Range Assistant app has some significant improvements, including projecting the range in the driver information display. So currently right now it says my range is 210, but if I go to the Range Assistant, it says my projected range is 200. On the drive here, it was at even 170. So I improved my efficiency a little bit on the drive. Some of the most exciting coming for me are some more CarPlay features. So play and pause is going to be visible on the home screen tile. Currently, if I'm plugged in via CarPlay and I'm listening to music, I have to physically open up the app to get to whatever I'm listening to for play and pause and seek. Whereas now it's going to match the Bluetooth tile, which it will show the play and pause and next and back buttons here. Plugging my phone in or being connected to Bluetooth while I'm recording video isn't great, so I will show you in some B-roll after this, but I'm really excited for that update. So I love just having my screen here. It has everything that I need. I don't necessarily like having to go into CarPlay and then switching to the app just to change the music, or, you know, I could use the steering wheel controls, but sometimes it's just nice to have it from that screen. And the other most exciting update for me is native maps in the driver information cluster. So currently you can see maps here in the cluster within Android Automotive. It's native, it's built in, but if I were to plug my phone in via wired CarPlay and I were running Apple Maps, the maps would appear on this screen, but they don't show up here. When you push this button, it basically just like leaves a ton of black space, and the maps have never been visible here, but with this update they will be. Yeah, I'm about to go into the gym. I will let this update. I'm actually going to start, I'm going to charge my car to 100% because I'm at 83 and I took the one charger spot at the gym, so oops. So I might as well just charge up to 100 while I'm here. I am going to install this now. Leave the vehicle, let it install. It says an hour and a half. Usually it's a lot quicker, but I'm going to be in the gym for at least 2 hours. So yeah, it's going to do its thing.
What's up, everybody? So I was just in the gym. I was there for at least 2 hours and I came out to this.
I plugged my car into the level 2 charger at the gym. My battery was at like 87%. It stopped at 94 for whatever reason, even though I have it set to 100. But it stopped at 94. I got this message that it couldn't install. So that's a bummer. I was hoping that it would be ready. So I'm just gonna go to dinner, and I've got errands to run. So I'm gonna try this again when I get home later tonight, and I might have to update you tomorrow. So kind of weird.
Is it my fault? Am I the problem? Are you not supposed to charge, are you not supposed to update while the car is charging? That would make total sense. It doesn't say that you can't, but I would assume that maybe that could cause issues, because if it's adjusting the charging rate or powertrain or anything like that, like, it shouldn't be plugged in. But I never have heard of anyone else having issues with this. If I fucked it up because I was charging, let me know. But I'm gonna try it again tonight without charging. Stay tuned. Okay, I just got home. I didn't run any errands except for Leo's Tacos in Echo Park. If you live in Echo Park in Los Angeles, my favorite taco truck by far. I got 4 tacos de pollo I'm about to eat. So I just clicked install On the whip, it says it'll take an hour and a half. I don't think it will take that long, so I'm going to eat. I really have to take a piss, which is the real reason why I just decided to come home instead of doing my errands, and I will check in with you in about an hour. What's up, everybody? I have had a day to play around with the new CarPlay integration under 2.9, and I have some thoughts.
One of the updates are the playback controls here on the main tile screen when you have music playing with CarPlay. So if the phone was connected via Bluetooth, it always had these play, pause, next, back buttons. The CarPlay tab didn't, so it's nice that if I want to just leave the screen here, I can play and pause and seek my music from this screen. When it comes to navigation, I'm a little less impressed. With native Google Maps in the car, on the driver's display here, see how it says go straight, Violet, straight towards Mateo? I love that. I love that I can just have this up. I can have this on whatever screen I want to. It doesn't really matter. I can rely solely on this screen to know where I'm going. Now, the downside to this is this screen doesn't give you the distance or the estimated time of arrival. I wish that it would, but it doesn't. If I want the distance or estimated time of arrival, I have to go back here and either keep this screen open and always reference this. I can also open it up here and it displays that information as well. So I've just switched over to directions via the Maps app with CarPlay. So as you can see in the driver information display, it does show the distance and the arrival time here, but it doesn't tell me where I have to turn. So I was driving on the highway yesterday and it just has what you see here. So it didn't tell me the exit I need to get off at or anything like that. If I want to get the exit or which street I need to turn on, I either need to be really smart and like know where I'm going if I'm just referencing this, or I need to have it open here and always reference this. Now, one caveat to this, I'm gonna go into Spotify. And again, when you're recording video and you have CarPlay open at the same time, it is really laggy on CarPlay. I don't know if you can see that, but I push the button. It takes quite a bit of time. I don't know if anyone else has experienced that. I guess it makes sense, but it's just kind of strange. So I'm going to start driving. Hopefully there's no one behind me. And just to kind of show you what I mean here. So on the center screen, it should tell me to turn. Yeah, see, so it comes up there, which is great, but it doesn't come up there. Like if I didn't have this screen open, if I just wanted it to be on the tab, for example, like I would have to really know where I'm going. Again, this is good for city driving because I can see where the turn is if I'm at a stop sign or a stoplight, but it's not great if I'm on a highway and I need to know where my exit is. One thing I'm also noticing, I don't know if you can hear, so when the infotainment screen would overheat, the AC would blast really fast for a minute and you would get a very intrusive message on the driver information display saying like system overheating, cooling it down or whatever. That's not happening. So it turns on, I can hear the air coming out of the vents, but I don't get a message in the driver information display anymore. So I don't know if that came with 2.9 or it came earlier. I've never noticed it before, but also I guess I haven't experienced my infotainment overheating in a while. But that's an interesting development that I didn't realize. So, and the AC turning on, it isn't as intense either. It's kind of like, previously it was on full blast, maybe level 7, and now it's maybe blowing it just turned on. Can you, I don't know if you can hear that, but it just kicked on. It's probably at like a level 2 or 3. So again, it's just doing it on its own. I didn't get a warning, which is fine. I don't need a warning. If there was a warning, like I think a very discreet one, perhaps in the center display, just at the top, would be fine. But before it was like, I couldn't even see this whole screen and I'd have to exit out of it every time. So I'll take no notification to whatever the fuck that was before. So I think the question is,
with this update, am I going to use CarPlay more? Am I going to use it less? For full transparency, I don't use it often. The Android Automotive system built in is pretty amazing. It has everything that I need. I do like CarPlay. I do wish it were wireless, even though with my previous experience with wireless CarPlay systems, it's pretty laggy. But I feel like with what we have currently, this update isn't instrumental to me using it, to be frank. I prefer to have everything that I need in the driver information display. This update for maps, I do like having maps back there, but if it doesn't have the turn-by-turn directions or telling me which exit I need to get off in, it's kind of worthless. And to be honest, I would just rather have Google Maps and use the native system because it works that way. The purpose for me to use the driver information display is to only use one screen at a time and have all the information that I need on that one screen. It doesn't make sense for me if all the information I need is going to be on the center display, I would just use the center display. Like, I feel like the efficiencies that it's adding, it's not enough for me to use CarPlay at this point.
As for the other pertinent update, we've got YouTube. So I haven't used this yet. If I have to sign in, I'm going to do that off camera, but I'm excited to try it. Okay, none of this pertains to me. I should sign in. I'm gonna do that off cam. Much better. This looks more like me. Okay, so let's look Doug DeMuro and see how this goes.
This is the new 2024 Porsche Cayenne S, and it's been significantly updated compared to last year's Cayenne. There's some changes on the outside, some changes on the inside. I'll show you all that, but the big news comes to this Cayenne S model.
It works great. It's really responsive. The Vivaldi browser is fine. I don't really use it in the car. Again, if I'm at a charger or something, I'm just going to be on my phone, to be honest with you. Though now that this seems a little bit more stable, I may consider using it here. So what happens when I start driving? It should stop, I'm gonna assume.
Everything out, enjoy a drive without all that information coming to you. This is a good screen. It looks
yep.
good.
So when I start driving, the visual stops, but the sound keeps going, and then it cuts back in.
So overall, I think these are worthwhile updates to the Polestar 2. However, I don't think the maps in the infotainment cluster or the driver information display is enough for me to use it over the native Android Google Maps system. What do you think? Have you had a chance to upgrade yet? It should be rolled out to everyone by now, I would hope, I would assume. But let me know in the comments below what you think of it and if you agree or disagree with my critique of this update. Until next time, mwah, bye.